Imagine a world where the only job you have is deciding whether to go fishing or finish decorating your rooftop terrace. No stress, no timers, just you, your pets, and a community of people looking for a little bit of peace. Welcome to Heartopia. For months, the hype for this game has been building. People are calling it the next big competitor to Animal Crossing and The Sims, but built specifically for our phones. It promises total creative freedom, over 1,000 outfits, and a social experience that feels actually, well, social. But here's the thing, the game is massive, clocks in at over 14 GB of storage, and requires some decent specs to run smoothly. So, before you hit that install button and commit your afternoon to the download, I've spent the last week living in Heartopia to see if it actually lives up to the peaceful promise, or if it's just another flashy mobile game trying to get into your wallet. In today's review, we're breaking down the gameplay, the building mechanics, the social features, and yes, we have to talk about that controversial gacha system. Let's dive in. The core gameplay and hobbies. First, let's talk about what you actually do. Heartopia isn't about leveling up or fighting bosses, it's about hobbies. There are 6 major paths you can take, including gardening, fishing, and birdwatching. The best part? These don't feel like chores. The birdwatching mechanic is surprisingly stylized and immersive. The game encourages you to slow down. If you want to spend 2 hours just matching 1,000 different daily outfits to find the perfect cottagecore look, the game lets you do that. Building the dream. Now, the build system. This is where Heartopia shines. Whether you want a tiny cozy cottage or a literal mansion, the tools are surprisingly deep for a mobile title. You can even invite friends over to build together, which adds a layer of multiplayer that many other life sims miss. The aesthetic is clean, cartoonish, and very easy on the eyes. The gacha reality. It's not all sunshine and gardening though. We need to talk about the elephant in the room. The gacha system. While the gameplay is free to play, many of the coolest cosmetic items and moonlight items are locked behind a randomized pull system. Players have reported that earning the currency for these pulls through daily tasks is a bit of a grind, and duplicates are common. If you're a completionist who needs every piece of furniture, be prepared. This is where the peaceful vibe can get a bit expensive. Technical specs and final verdict. Before you jump in, remember, you need at least 6 GB of RAM and about 14 GB of free space. This is a heavy game. Heartopia is a beautiful, immersive escape. It's one of the best-looking social sims on Android right now. If you can ignore the high prices of the gacha shop and just enjoy the fishing, building, and community, you're going to have a blast. First impressions and the hype. We've all been looking for that one game. You know, the one that lets you escape the chaos of the real world, build a house that looks better than your actual apartment, and just breathe. When Heartopia dropped earlier this year, it promised to be exactly that, a massive, multiplayer, slow-life simulation. But after the 14 GB download finished and I stepped into the world, I realized this game is a lot more complicated than the cute, cartoonish trailers let on. In today's video, I'm giving you the full download on my experience. We're going past the surface level. We're talking about the grind, the hidden mechanics, the community, and the controversial gacha system that has everyone talking. If you're thinking about moving into Heartopia, you need to hear this first. The slow life experience, hobbies and grind. Let's start with the gameplay loop. Heartopia doesn't give you a combat sword, it gives you a fishing rod and a camera. The hobby system, gardening, cooking, birding, is actually quite deep. But here's the reality, it's grindy. To unlock the coolest items like rare fish or high-tier furniture, you have to level up your DG level by doing daily requests. I found myself logging in every morning just to pick blueberries and stones for NPCs. It's relaxing at first, but after week 2, it starts to feel a bit like a job. Pro tip from my experience. Watch the weather. NPCs like Doris only show up during rain or meteor showers. If you miss that window, you're stuck waiting. Creative freedom. The building system. If you're here for the building, you're in luck. This is the best part of the game. The Builder tablet gives you incredible control. I spent 4 hours just perfecting my rooftop garden. Unlike other mobile sims, you can really make your space unique. However, a weird quirk I noticed. Your house can actually change plot numbers. It's confusing at first, but your house icon stays yellow on the map so you can find it. Also, a big warning for PC players. The building controls are clearly made for a touchscreen. Using a mouse is, let's just say, a test of patience. The dark side, the gacha and monetization. Now, we have to talk about the gacha. This is where my experience took a turn. Heartopia is free to play, but the most beautiful moonlight items and themed outfits, like the polar hymn sets, are locked behind pools. The community is split on this. Some players feel the rates are predetermined or rigged, especially since the rare items often show up only on the very last pull. I personally found that if you don't spend money, you'll be wearing the same basic pajamas for a long time. It's a cozy game with a very uncozy monetization strategy. One of the best parts of Heartopia is that you aren't alone. The town is filled with unique characters who teach you hobbies, sell you rare items, and give you daily quests. But some of them are harder to find than others. Today, we're looking at the must-know characters of Heartopia and a few secrets you might have missed. The core mentors, your day-to-day NPCs. First, let's talk about the residents you'll see every day. Blanc, the gardening mentor. You'll find Blanc at the gardening shop. He's your go-to for seeds, fertilizer, and tools. If you're looking to boost your relationship with him, focus on flowers and crops. He loves anything green. Albert, the wealthy merchant. Albert is the man you talk to when you want to exchange gold coins. Pro tip: Albert loves coffee beans and rare gemstones. Don't waste your fish or flowers on him. He won't be impressed. Mayor Atara and Bob. These are your main story guides. If you're stuck and can't unlock new hobbies or houseplots, check your quest journal to see if you owe them a visit. The secret legend. Doris. Now for the character everyone asks about. Doris. Doris is a hidden NPC who doesn't have a permanent shop. She only shows up during specific weather events. In the rain, snow. Look for her on Art Street wearing a blue outfit. This is where you buy the roll cake recipe and colored sugar. During rainbows, she stands at the end of the rainbow. During meteor showers, she'll be in the mountains near landed meteors. You'll need star fragments as currency here instead of gold, so start collecting. The mood and friendship system. Every NPC in Heartopia has a mood spectrum. If they're in a bad mood, they might not give you the best rewards. Stranger to best friend. There are 5 tiers of friendship. Reaching best friend with someone like Albert can actually get you better currency exchange rates. Gift wisely. Never give the same gift twice in one day. Check their personality patterns. For example, Bailey J, the birdwatcher, wants photography gear and bird feed, not your leftovers from cooking. Heartopia feels a lot more alive when you take the time to learn everyone's schedule. Whether you're hunting down Doris for that rare recipe or just grabbing coffee for Albert, these connections are the key to progressing your DG level. Platforms. Where can you play? One of the biggest wins for Heartopia is that it's not just a mobile game, it's a fully cross-platform experience. You can start your morning decorating your kitchen on your PC and finish your evening fishing in the town square on your phone, all with the same account. PC, available via Steam and a standalone Windows client. Mobile, available on both Android, Google Play, and iOS App Store. Pro tip for PC players. The Steam version requires about 10 GB to 14 GB of space, while the minimum RAM is listed at 8 GB. For the smoothest experience, especially during those crowded town events, I'd recommend 16 GB of RAM and at least an NVIDIA GTX 1060 or equivalent. Graphics and aesthetic. The visual vibe. Let's talk about the look of this game. If you've seen the screenshots, you know Heartopia is going for a very specific, cozy aesthetic, stylized and clean. The graphics aren't trying to be realistic. Instead, they use a clean, cartoonish style with soft edges and vibrant, high-contrast colors. It feels like stepping into a high-end animated movie. Lighting and atmosphere. The game features a dynamic day-night cycle and weather system. The lighting is the real star here. Seeing the sunset hit your custom-built mansion or the glow of a meteor shower is genuinely stunning. Consistency. Because it's cross-platform, the UI and character models stay consistent across devices. It doesn't feel like a watered-down version when you switch to mobile. It just feels more portable. Despite the simple art style, the detail in the textures, like the wood grain on your furniture or the ripples in the water while fishing, adds a lot of polish that makes the world feel premium. It's a game designed to be easy on the eyes and calming for the soul. If you like the toy box look of Animal Crossing but want more modern lighting and sharper resolution, Heartopia is going to be your new favorite eye candy. The positives. The heart of Heartopia. Let's start with the good stuff, because there is a lot to love here. Creative freedom. The building system is easily the best I've seen on mobile. You aren't just placing furniture, you are designing a lifestyle. From cozy cottages to modern mansions, the Builder tablet makes it feel professional yet simple. 2. Stunning visuals. The art style is clean, cartoonish, and high contrast. Whether it's a rainy day or a meteor shower, the lighting effects are top tier. It looks like a console game in your pocket. Relaxing pace. There are no energy bars stopping you from playing. You can fish, garden, or birdwatch for hours. It's a genuine slow-life experience where the stress of the real world stays at the login screen. 4. Social connection. Unlike other Sims that feel lonely, seeing other players running around Heartopia town makes the world feel alive. Meeting new friends at the town square is actually fun and seamless. The negatives. The heartbreak. But it's not all sunshine and sunflowers. We have to talk about the parts that aren't so cozy. The gacha system. This is the biggest complaint. The best furniture and outfits are locked behind space-time gacha pulls. The rates feel low and getting duplicates is common. It can feel like the true beauty of the game is hidden behind a paywall. 2. Massive file size. 14 GB is a lot. For many players on mid-range phones, this game is a storage killer. Plus, you need at least 6 GB of RAM to run it without the town square turning into a laggy slideshow. 3. The daily grind. To level up your DG level, you have to do repetitive tasks. Picking up stones, harvesting berries, and fulfilling NPC requests can start to feel like chores after the first week. 4. Buggy moments. Since it's a massive multiplayer world, expect some bugs. Sometimes your house plot moves, or NPCs like Doris don't trigger their events correctly during weather changes. So, what's the final word? If you have a powerful phone and you love the aesthetic of games like Animal Crossing or The Sims, Heartopia is a dream come true. As long as you have the patience for the gacha grind. However, if you hate pay-to-look-cool mechanics or you're low on storage space, you might want to wait for a few more updates. For me, I'm staying for the building, but I'm keeping my wallet closed for now. So, that's the world of Heartopia. It's beautiful, it's ambitious, and yeah, it's definitely going to take a bite out of your phone's storage. But I want to hear from you. Are you going to dive in and start building your dream mansion today? Or is that 14 GB download and the gacha system making you think twice? Drop a comment below. I'll be hanging out there for the next hour to chat with you guys. If you found this review helpful, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me keep making these honest deep dives for you. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell. We've got more life sim guides, building tips, and game reviews coming your way every single week. You don't want to miss the Doris hunting guide I have dropping next. Thanks for watching, stay cozy, and I'll see you in the next video.